I get asked about OpenClaw all the time. Ever since it went viral, it feels like I've been dodging questions about OpenClaw on a daily basis. Not because I dislike it, I actually use it every day. It's just that kind of virality attracts two things: genuine enthusiasm and grifters. There are now over 20 clones with different variations of the Claw name, crypto scams, sensationalized garbage like Moltbook, a social network for AI agents that turned out to be mostly fake accounts. Now, Macs are sold out everywhere, so shout out to my fellow Apple shareholders, even though the entire onboarding for OpenClaw constantly mentions how it will run on a Raspberry Pi, which you can get for under $100. I even know people that got caught up in the craze and bought $2,000 computers to prepare for their OpenClaw before even reading the official onboarding documentation. So, what is OpenClaw? In summary, it's a system born out of the realization that for an AI to succeed in doing your work for you, it needs the same computing environment that you do. If you give it access to a computer it can fully leverage with your browser, email, spreadsheets, LinkedIn, and whatnot, it can do everything you tell it to. It was the first successful leap from chatbots to generalized autonomous agents. So, why have I been dodging questions about OpenClaw? I just don't have the heart to tell people, sorry, OpenClaw is just not for you. Not because of the security concerns, its security protocols are just fine. OpenClaw is a tinkerer's tool. It's not something you just install and let run. Just connecting your Gmail in OpenClaw requires creating a Google Cloud project, enabling the Gmail API, configuring an OAuth consent screen, and generating security credentials that you get a feedback into it. OpenClaw requires constant iteration, like configuring processes, editing files, restarting services, creating new agents, debugging reasoning loops. Think of it this way: OpenClaw is for the kind of person who builds their own PC from parts they researched and custom configures their own Linux. They enjoy the tinkering. If that's not you, and for most people it's not, you don't need the DIY kit. If you're feeling FOMO, the tool you really need is Claude Cowork by Anthropic. You can think of Cowork as the Mac. It just works. You click Connect Gmail and you're done. You describe an outcome like find me 100 prospects that are well suited for my product, or draft outreach for top leads every morning, and it just does it. Gmail, Slack, Drive, Office, it remembers your context across sessions. It runs scheduled tasks while you sleep. You get 80% of the benefits for 20% of the effort. So before you go out and do something silly like buying a dedicated computer for your OpenClaw, go subscribe to Cloud for like $20 a month and try it out. I'm not sponsored by them. If Cowork does not blow you away, I don't think anything will.